Okay, let me start. Okay, doing business in Costa Rica. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. Okay, let's start. As you see, Costa Rica is very known as a very green country, as you know. That's why I put in some photos and because some from Costa Rica, we got mountains, we have beaches, we got the cities. We can move around the country as well. Let's see some information and let's see about a little bit about the agenda that we have for today's presentation, okay? We got, well, the quiet introduction that we do right now. The other phase we're going to start to talk is why Costa Rica, it's important to invest in Costa Rica, give it a general vision of the country, how to set up a business in Costa Rica, the visa procedure in case you want to move around to Costa Rica, and we talk about the TGS, not globally, even we're going to talk about Costa Rica TGS from here. Okay, let's start. Why Costa Rica? Let me see that. Okay. Why Costa Rica? Well, as you know, the Republic of Costa Rica is located in Central America. Okay, it's in the middle, in the continent. It's a very, very special location for that. It's a good location because we are very close for everything. We are close to South America, North America, Caribbean, and even Europe. Actually, Europe, we got about 7-6 hours of different time zone. It's even that it's helpful to work for that country. Also, it's a small country, but with a big potential. Actually, we got about 51,000 kilometers, square kilometers, and we are about 5 million people in Costa Rica. Costa Rica has a very beautiful tropical climate, and the average temperature is 22 Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius. But you can move around closest to the beach is going to be considerably changed. It's a very characteristic of Costa Rica. You can find micro weather sites. You can move around different temperatures, conforming you move around the country. Other important thing, Costa Rica have more than 25% of the country is composed of conservation and natural protects. When you come to Costa Rica, you'll be easy to see when you're coming down, because when you're getting close, everything goes green. Costa Rica, and actually yesterday we got information. Costa Rica have given a prize for the Prince of England for the conservation. Actually, we received a news yesterday of that. It's a very good opportunity to see and to move around how the Costa Rica is a very green country. Okay. The other one is we got languages. Spanish is the official, but most of the people we got are English speakers. Actually, the government has a program for about 10, 15 years ago to increase the use to learn another languages. Okay, Costa Rica, most of the people speak English, and the other one I also speak another additional language. In my case, for example, I speak English and Portuguese and Spanish. The other people, actually, we got a lot of people in Costa Rica speaking also French, also Mandarin, Chinese, because Costa Rica is converted a very special place for business. We got to prepare people. Actually, the level of education is very high in another slide. And also the currency, Costa Rica is the Costa Rica colon, but everything is dollarized as well. Actually, we use dollars as normal currency without problem. Okay, let's start with the next one. We got, let's see a general vision of the country. Costa Rica is also an attractive country to investment because it offers a great potential to start important multinational companies. Actually, the level of the people, the education of the people is 98%. The people can read, can do, we have a high level of education. Also, high standard of modern services and very social and political stability. The other thing you know, Costa Rica is a very peaceful country. You know, we don't have army since 1948. Actually, this is the last century we didn't have an army. Actually, the amount we're using for the army, we are already investing in education. Also, the Costa Rica takes pride to having more than 190 years of democratic tradition. And Costa Rica now it has positioned itself as the model highest public healthcare development in Latin America and one of the best in the world. Actually, the social security system in Costa Rica is the same level that you can find in the main countries like the US, Japan, Sweden. We can receive the same quality of services in the country as well. Other important data that we have right now, the population in Costa Rica is almost half to half. As you see, we got 50.4 men and 49.5 women in country. This moment, the labor is about more than 2 million people. This is the labor force that we have in Costa Rica. Now, it's increased a little bit right now because the pandemic situation, as you know, affects each country around the world. Even that, as you see below the presentation, most of the people is the 9.7% speak English. The bilingual population, we got a 5.8 other languages, Portuguese, Mandarin, and French. We got a 1.5. Give me just one little thing, a little moment to take a little water. The other thing that we would like to talk with you is about the political and legal system that we have in Costa Rica. During the presentation, we talked more about how the labor rules can work, the other processes to, for example, to establish a company. You will see in another presentation, and Carlos will help us with that. Okay. For now, we're going to continue and see how the country is divided. Costa Rica have at this moment 3 main powers. We have the executive, the legislative, and judiciary. Okay, they work independently, but with influence in each one. Okay, the political and legal structure in Costa Rica consists the 3 main powers and composed and everything in the following way. Okay, the executive, we got a president, and the executive power is included the president and the ministers, and is be elected for 4 years. Actually, next year, in 2022, in February, we got elections in Costa Rica. Also, in this same time, we got the legislative power is about 57 congressmen. Okay, we got just unicameral Congress. Okay, we directed by vote at the same way we do it by the president every 4 years. Actually, in February, we're going to elect the president and the congressman. And the judiciary power is exercised by the Supreme Court of Justice. We got 22 magistrates, and the magistrates are appointed for the Congress, and they're eligible for 8 years. Okay, that will be the main time every magistrate is going to be in there in country. Okay, let's continue. We'll talk about now about a little more about the economic structure in Costa Rica. Costa Rica at the beginning, we got in the country, we got more agricultural country. Since the middle of the 20th century, Costa Rica just produce main product, for example, banana and coffee. Basically, was the main product that we produce in Costa Rica. But after the 1990s, we got an extension of the country. We open up to another kind of investment. We got a president, Jose Maria Figueres, in that year. We're going to open up the country to new opportunities to export and to give it to the world. One of those, it was very important, is technology. Actually, one of the first companies coming down to Costa Rica to create a service center and a back office services, it was Intel. Intel in Costa Rica, as today, to 2021, actually has extensive services to create research and development lab here in Costa Rica. They create technology for the chips, the i-Core, i7, the Core i7 is produced, the technology is produced here in Costa Rica as well. The engineers and all the designers are Costa Rican people, okay? And after that, they are coming down to another kind of companies. But getting back to the slide, because the automatic product in Costa Rica is just composed for three main economic sectors. It's, the primary is agricultural activity, forestry, hunting, fishing, and mining. The secondary sector is industrial transformation, manufacturing, and construction. And the tertiary sector is bioservices and wholesale and retail trade. Actually, the last one is the main growth here in Costa Rica in the last years, the services and the secondary sector as well. Actually, Costa Rica has been converted also in a special place to establish company for science and life. Actually, we're creating technology for health for around the world. We are creating technology like a catheter, especially for the heart. They're doing extensive sensors technology for the people to help to getting better health. Okay, that's one of the things that we have right now. Let's continue. As you can see how the pyramid, you can see the primary sector is 69.6 primary contribution to the GDP, the secondary 18.2, and the primary 4.5. But isn't interesting how the tertiary tech sector we have the most people in the employed. Okay, the secondary and primary, they don't have a lot of people in there, but produce a very important part of that. That is because we use technology to getting more efficient in those sectors. Actually, Costa Rica has been invested a lot in technology to produce very efficient in that part as well. Let's see a little more information. We can see, for example, how the main export do we have here in Costa Rica. Okay, and the foreign direct investment. Okay. 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 Could you see that one very well? I have just seen it. Instruction. I don't know why putting in there. Okay, let's continue. As you know, Costa Rica have several advantages if you want to do business here. Why? Because we got a lot of markets in place. Actually, we got a lot of market to offer the products to you want to produce here in Costa Rica. We got Central America, North America, South America, Asia, Caribbean, Middle West, rest of Europe, and the European Union. And the foreign direct investment in Costa Rica had to be increased during the years, mostly in the free trade zone areas, because we got several benefits in there. We can talk about that maybe later. And you can see the benefit to start a company in the free trade zone. That we did think we want to recommend you. You want to make an investment in Costa Rica because we have a lot of benefits. We can help you to create a very good company in Costa Rica. After giving that numbers, you can see we have 5 million people, but you can see we got a very productive country. You can see the number right here. It's sometimes you will see it's amazing how a small country we can do, and the people in Costa Rica are very compromised to get given the best to the world. That's one of the things that we have right here. Let me give you just a little example, the kind of company that we have established here in Costa Rica for the different services. For example, let me show you right now. you can see we have a very good known companies here in Costa Rica. Okay, we got companies that the size of Citibank, Amazon, Microsoft, HP, Intel, Walmart, Western Union. We got technology companies like a VMware, okay, Cartwright, Philips, even Copper Enterprise, Abbott, Baxter. We created some companies that created technology. We got also GSK, GlaxoSmithKline. We got Lonza, that pharmaceutical company that we have established in Costa Rica as well. Okay. One of the things that we like to do it here also is in doing business in Costa Rica. The doing business report, as you know, the World Bank put Costa Rica is a fourth place in Latin America after Mexico, Chile, and Colombia. And the last report that we have in the 2020 that we have before Peru and Panama, because actually we are very focused actually to create a very productive country to give in the best way to have a very quickly process but given the most flexibility and the people who want to get invest in Costa Rica. Also, the knowledge that we have for at the market and around the world. Actually, just to give it a little fact. For example, in Costa Rica was one of the first country in America to have free trade with China. For example, that's the thing that we have right now. We got a free trade with China, with European Union. We got a lot of countries. We have access to the market directly, even to the US as well. Okay. That's the things what we're talking about before. We got international free trade. The social, economic, and political stability of Costa Rica is a very good characteristic that distinguish Costa Rica during the history, and the most important strength that give you the facility to create a business in Costa Rica. What is the benefit that we have right now? We are a member of the World Trade Organization with a preferential treatment. Okay, we got some special trade for that. Also, we got access directly to the United States through the Caribbean Basin Trade Association. Also, we got free trade agreements with about 50 trading partners. We can include 20 countries of the European Union, China, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, United States, Canada, and Mexico. Actually, we got directly with the NAFTA agreement. We got go directly exports to the United States, to Canada, and Mexico, even Chile, Peru, Singapore, and other ones. Actually, we are working with Qatar to create a new free trade zone. We got putting some other countries in Asia. We got another free trade. Even Japan, we can work together as well. Okay. And I think the best news that I can give you is you want to get invest in Costa Rica as well. We are officially part of the OECD. Okay, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. We make a member, okay, and it was very great because we are accomplished 200 years of independent country, and now in May they give the news we're a part of this organization. As you know, the OECD is a very important organization. It can give you more stability in economics, and we are working directly with the most important economics around the world. Okay. Let's continue to talk about a little bit about the free trade zones. Okay. The multinational companies, they are encouraged to do that operation in that way, in this regime, because it gives you a lot of incentive for that. The kind of companies we try to recommend to do it in that way and use the incentive from free trade zone is the export manufacturing companies, export trades, companies not producers. For example, they produce services, export service companies, companies and organizations engaged in scientific research, manufacturing firms we can export or not. Actually, this It's important because you can manufacturing and you can just produce some part of the process and re-export to that finish in another country. It's allowed to do it here as well. That's fine. This one, there are two free trade zones that we have in Costa Rica right now. This one is called America's Free Zone. It's a complex with about 12 buildings, everything located with multinational companies right here. Okay. What is the incentive for the manufacturing sector? Actually, just in that chart, you can see all the benefits you can have that. In case you want to require detail of that, just you can put it in the chat, your email, and we're very happy to send it all that information to give it more detail. We can help you with that. But the most important thing, for example, you get income tax incentive. For example, you'll be exempt for that for 8 years. Okay, for or the other one for 4 years, and after that we start working at the income tax deferral. You have them limits on that as well. And that's depending on the company. If you have a smaller scale projects, we have an income tax for 6% in case, or 15% is just for 4 years in case you depends on the size of the project. In case you be larger, the benefit is going to be higher as well. Also, another incentive, you have exemption for import duties, excise taxes, repatriation tax. You got for any, doesn't matter the size of the project, you got exemption with that. What is the main requirement? For example, minimum export level, we don't have any required level. Also, yes, we need just important that we take care. It is to have be a strategic sector. What is this strategic sector? For example, you can see the note number in the note number 2 is advanced manufacturing and life science. For example, projects, R&D activities, innovation projects. It's gonna be better to do that. Okay, the minimum required investment is going to be $150,000. It's a small and mid-scale project. For the large scale is going to be $10 million. But it depends. Investment is for depreciable fixed assets. Last land is not included. And the company must comply with an investment plan. Actually, you don't need to do the $10 million in the same year. You can have a plan to do it in the 1 to 8 years with benefits in that process. That one for the production or manufacturing incentive for influence trade zone. This is incentive for service sector. Okay, you can see the income tax, zero tax for 8 years. Remittance, reputation tax, you have zero tax. Local sales tax is zero tax. Import and export exercise tax for is gonna be zero. Similar to the other one, you got investment for fixed assets for $150,000 in the free zone area, or $2 million if you want to don't work in the free trade zone. Okay. That's the time frame is during the first 3 years in operation. Okay, what benefits do we have in service sector? You can renew that benefit for another 8 years. Okay, for income tax. Okay, in case you want to do some investment as well. Okay, we have some requirements. It's gonna be the export requirement. At least 50% of service must be export. Also, procurement is an entity is going to give you the with a hand to the process to establish the company. That's why we work together with them. And also, as you know, Costa Rica is a characteristic, is a very green country. We got environmental warranty deposit is a 1% of total investment because we want to take care of the nature. We want to create it, and Costa Rica made that. Created a very good balance between the nature and industry in country. Also, the procurement warranty deposit is the $5,000. This is a part of the requirements if you want to start as a company. We can talk about that later. Now, I would like to just introduce our partner from Legal and Tax, Carlos Gomez, is going to explain us right now the procedure to establish a company here in Costa Rica. Carlos, we come to you.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon to everyone. I'm gonna talk a little bit about establishing a company. I'm gonna do it very quickly, as I think we only have 14 minutes left. Sorry, I'm gonna turn off the camera because my internet's not so good, so I don't wanna I don't know, have internet problems. Okay, Costa Rica, we have several types of companies. Limited liability company, a limited partnership, branch, subsidiaries, consortium, trusts, associations, regular corporations. Both foreign and Costa Ricans can be part of these corporations. There is no limitation on that. It can be only foreign people that constitute the corporation, or it can be a mix, or obviously only Costa Rican. For corporations and limited liability companies, you need at least 2 partners. Then it could be solely owned by one company. I think I'll go ahead.
Kevin, you next.
Okay, it's real easy to establish a company in Costa Rica. We have a digital system that it will constitute the company only like in 2 days. If everything is okay, you have to go to a public notary and prepare a draft of the deed of incorporation. That it's a simple draft. After that, you in this platform digitally, the notary will file the incorporation, and like in 24 hours or 48 hours at tops, the company will be created. Obviously, if the notary makes a mistake or something, the public register will issue a warning, and the public notary will have to correct that and file it again. But if everything is okay, it will be like 24 hours, 48 hours for the company to be constituted. Okay. As usual, to operate in Costa Rica, you have to have several permits. You have to be registered before the Caja Costarricense of Seguro Social, the Social Security. You have to have a municipalidad permit to operate. You have to be enrolled on as a taxpayer before the Ministry of Hacienda, and depending on the business, you have to have some other permits like environmental or health permits, but are basically simple to acquire.
Carlos, in that case, also we can talk about that. The Costa Rica financial system, as you can see, is the financial system in Costa Rica is very, very easy to do that, because everything now is digitalized, and Costa Rica is have a very good platform for online banking, and now at this moment we got commercial banks, government, and banking services. And in this moment, we can give you the number. For example, we got 2 government banks, 11 private banks, and 2 special law banks, all with digital platform and internet banking. Actually, is not complicated to open up a bank process, but everything is regulated by government. We got entity to regulate all the processes in banking processes in Costa Rica. This is the General Superintendency of Financial Entities is in charge to ensuring the stability okay, and the operation efficiency through the national financial system. But also something important that we have in Costa Rica. Costa Rica has established as a standard the IBAN, the International Bank Account Number, is a standard structure. It's going to be easier for the people and on the company internationally to do movement around the world. As you know, this is one number you can use everywhere to make transfer and transfer money as well. We can comply with the ISO 131616. Just that everyone does know about that. Carlos, go back to let's talk about that. The trust structure.
Okay. In Costa Rica, yeah, move on. That's Luis.
Yeah.
Please move on.
Okay.
On the next slide, please.
Yes, sure.
This is general information of the tax rules and procedure code. So I don't think. Okay, we have an income tax. Costa Rica has an income tax. It's based on the territorial principle. So we only levy in Costa Rican income source. It's levied at 30%, but I think it's on the next slide. We also have a personal income tax rate. Personal income tax. If you don't own a corporation and you do it personally, we also follow up the territorial principle. Also, you will only be taxed for Costa Rican income tax sources. And as you see, that's the annual gross income and the tax rate at the end. Up to $8,500, 5%. From that up to almost 13,000, 10%. From 13,000 to 17,000, more or less, 15%. And above that, it will be 20%. Okay, for legal entities, as I told you, it was 30%. But we also have for little industries, or I don't know how it's called, pymes, we call it here, medium and small entities. We have a differential rate, and it's up to $9,000, 5%. From $9,000 up to 13,000, 10%. From 13 to 17, 15%. Above 17,000, 20%, and the regular rate that I will, as I was telling you about, that any company with income above 182,000 will be divided at a 30% rate. All the other rates, the 5, 10, 15, and 20%, will only apply for the companies that don't have income above $182,000. We also have tax on capital gains, more or less. Okay, we also have a tax called, it's more stamp, that it's education and culture tax. It's real cheap. It's up to $30 per month. When you own a land in Costa Rica, you will be taxed on yearly basis of quarter 0.25% of the price value of the company.
Of the property, Carlos.
Yeah, of the property. I'm sorry, of the price value of the
land.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one.
Okay, we also have sales tax. It's a value-added tax. It's not a sales tax. It's levied at the 30%. We also have reduced rates of 1%, 2%, and 4%, depending on the sector. We also have some exemptions. 1%, I think it's only for education and health. but almost everything it's levied at 30%. Here are one of the examples of the excuse me, could you return to the other one, please? Are some example of the ones that are levied at 1%, 2%, and 4%. 1% is basic basket of goods, veterinary products, so on. 2%, I'm sorry, it's medicine, private education, and raw materials, and 4% airline tickets and private health services. Okay, we have a very established labor code in Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, we have a new procedure reforms that went enforced in July 2017 that has made everything more simpler, and the trials or everything to be resolved in a quicker way. This labor reform amends addresses 4 main areas: dismissal letters, discrimination, special protection for employees, and a statute of limitations that was changed. Go on, Luis.
Okay.
Written employment contracts. Written employment contract is not a must, but we do say our clients to have them. It has to have the personal information of both parties, the extent of the contracts, quantity of working hours, place of works, remuneration agreed by both parties. But the thing here in Costa Rica is that what matters is not the contract, it's what happens on the reality. So we also ask our clients that if they put something on the contract, that they have to enforce it, so that it will be valid. Because if not, what will be valid, it will be what it's happening on the reality. For example, if you say that in the contract that the schedule will be from 7 to 12, but someone is always working from 9 to 2 p.m., the schedule will be from 9 to 2 p.m. Okay. The minimum wage in Costa Rica, it's $511 per month. Okay, that's general information. Okay, the legal age, working age in Costa Rica, it's 18 years. People from 15 to 18 can work, but no more than 6 hours per day, 36 hours per week, and they have to have a permit, 1 hour break after 8 working hours. We have day shifts, mid shifts, and night shifts. On overtime, there's hourly rate plus of 50% of the normal rate, and the extraordinary workday cannot be used to permanently expand the regular workday. It has to be really extraordinary workday.
Okay. Thank you, Carlos. Now we can start to talk about the Social Security process. Okay. As Carlos said, we can some regulations we need to accomplish when you create a company. Also, we have some information we need to accomplish with the Social Security. There are 3 mandatory social contributions in Costa Rica. There are social charges, Christmas bonus, and hazard insurance. Okay. There are another non-mandatory but contribution, but recommended at the severance pay. Everything costs are calculated on loaded salary multipliers. Okay. If you want to see, I just give you a little summary about that. Is how the cost to salary cost you can find here in Costa Rica. Okay. All those is all the processes that we need to include in salary of that. I know sometimes you will see a big number in there, but it's important because they give you some security all the owner of the company and the employer. Okay, that they give you legal security in that part that we cover everything possible to the employee, and because you have everything in order, you don't have a problem because the people have access to the security system. In case he has accident, they have go to the hospital, they got a policy cover that, they got everything covered in that part. Okay, they give you even that to organize in a very well process to create your cash flow in that part as well. Okay. Let's talk about a little the visa procedures. You want to move around to create a business in Costa Rica. Costa Rica has a different kind of visa in that part. Okay. To apply a visa, normally is created only when you have a return ticket approved the economic limits. In that case, minimum $100 per month and the valid passport. Okay, that's the minimum things that you have here in Costa Rica. Okay, there are general requirements, but the most important things or the most important types of visa that we have in Costa Rica, that the kind of visa that we have: the multiple visa, the company registered visa, consular, consulate, student, restricted or family reunification visa, non-resident visa, and visa non-arrival. Actually, it's well known in the countries. It's a very similar process that we have here in Costa Rica as well. In case you want to create or want to be a resident in Costa Rica, you need to complete the affiliation form and submit a letter requested indicating your full name, nationality, age, occupation, and the reason you want to keep address or want to be in place in Costa Rica. Actually, we are promoted right now to move out. That the things we talk about with Andrew. We got the opportunity to we are looking that the nomads workers, they are move around. You can work everywhere and move around at any country because you don't need to go to the physical company in that time. A lot of people is coming down to Costa Rica, move out to around the beach area. It's great for that. And this is the procedure. Do you want to make a residence in Costa Rica, for example, for pensioners? Actually, this is a good place. We got a lot of people, foreign people living in Costa Rica right now, having a house here. Come over and just seasonally, just going on for 6 months, 7 months here in Costa Rica. We got a visa for that. Even that, we got a visa as well for in case you be a temporary residents or renters in case you move around. Okay, that's just to need to have a monthly income rated at $250,000 per month. Okay. The other one is we want to do that is move around in case you get for investors. Actually, it's a good opportunity because we have a visa for that kind of people. They got to move around and make investment. We got to give it a very good facility to do that, to move around easily in country, and you can do that as well. Now, we come back to you a little bit, Andrew. Talk about TGS. Who we are.
Great. Well, thank you. That says it. That says it all. A dynamic network. That's who we are. You are who we are. This and the people on this call here. International Business Network, entrepreneurial professional service companies specialized in accounting, auditing, tax, business advisory, and professional legal services. I couldn't have said it better than you've written it there. It's perfect. And these people in the picture, they're not actually people in the TGS, but they look very similar to all of us.
Let's see about the figures, Andrew.
Yeah, again, as you said, slide 58 countries, 4,300 staff around the world. So that's a lot of help you can get all over the place. Also, it's probably good to say that we are ranked internationally. We've got a lot to say about that, but I think we're at 23rd in terms of fee income in the International Accountancy Bulletin rankings. So it's not a goal in itself, but it's quite a nice thing to have that kind of global recognition.
Yeah, it's important because we got more 200 offices around the world as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, that the things we greatly invite you to be a part of, to work with TGS, because actually we looking at global entrepreneurs, just not be just out the company just to give you some advice. Actually, we want to help you to grow the business. That we look at that. We are present in different countries, and actually the mission of that. Actually, Andrew can explain better than me, but we are looking at some. You can
Yeah.
find everything, right?
It's absolutely, the idea is like you mentioned earlier, the idea about helping small companies, Carlos, and it's exactly that. Not only small companies, but we offer everything a company will need when it's growing and when it's getting bigger and bigger, when it goes international, when it encounters any problems around the world. The idea is that your firm, if they start off in Costa Rica and then move out and start working in Canada, they'll be able to get the same quality of help and advice and security anywhere they are in the world. So the idea of TGS is much more than a brand. It's an experience that a client will have around the world. So the firms we have are independent, but they offer the same quality of service in a multidisciplinary offer. So we've said that before. You need auditing, accounting, IT, consulting, whatever you need, you get it from TGS. And I think the unique part about TGS is that it has a meaning. And I think Costa Rica goes very well with that, with the idea about your green and your ethical behavior. TGS stands for Think Global Sustainability. So, you know, the mission is to be good for the planet, good for our employees, good for our companies, good for the environments we work in. And that ultimately will create much more success and a sustainable success. That's what we're after, I think.
Great. Well, let's talk about Costa Rica. GCF Consultores, part of TGS Global. Costa Rica is, as we said, it's a small country. And our company, GCF Consultores, we are a leading tax accounting and legal and financial consulting firm that offers personalized solutions to our client. As Andrew says, we are part of the global. We're looking at the business solutions to all customers. That's why we're looking at that. The people are the most important, and most important to the GCF. So the continuous training, value center, and also a tax and legal services accounting, audit and finance and counseling, we are trying to give it everything you need. You don't need to move it out to another place. As you know, Costa Rica is a small country in size, but large opportunities characteristic for the attraction of foreign investment with its qualified workforce. And that is not an exception, GCF. We try to keep the best professional that we have in the country and giving the best professional to you as investor and give you the best services as possible. Taking advantage of the economic and political stability can offer, the country can offer to you. What kind of services we do here in Costa Rica? Well, as you can see in the slide, we got several services to do it right now. We have accounting, audit, advisory, tax and legal consultancy. We got transfer pricing, accounting control, BPO, financial audit, due diligence. We get a lot of services that will give you a real possibility. And in case you need something else, and even external, that's why TGS can help us with the extended network that we have. Got the specialist that everything you need. Okay, let's see and let's know that this shame we can Alberto, he can be today with us. It's gonna be good to see him. But let them know about the partner that we have here in the company. The main partner is Alberto Porra Rojas. He's the senior partner director of the firm. He has more 15 years of relevant experience in that. He has a degree in business administration. He's definitely for accounting from the Technological Institute of Costa Rica. He's a trainer for the College of Public Accounting in Costa Rica in the area of tax and IFRS. It's important to let him know, Alberto, the College of Public Accounting is the regulatory entity for the accounting services in Costa Rica. And he's a trainer. Alberto is training people to getting professionals and be a part of that. That you can see the kind of professional we have here in TGS. Also, he's a member of the Association of Public Private Accountants of Costa Rica and the International Fiscal Association. That gives us a very good background in there. They give you a very good support in case you will need all the services of that. The other partner is Mr. Eduardo Sandy Zuniga. This is our audit partner. He has more than 12 years of relevant experience in auditing international financial reporting standards. He holds a degree in accounting from the University of Costa Rica. Also, he's a member and trainer at the College for Accounting as well. As you can see, part of the partnership is as trainer for another accountants. I can give you a very good support in case you have any questions, doubts of that. Okay. As you heard before, Mr. Carlos Gomez is our tax partner, legal and tax partner. He's going to help in that part. He holds more than 13 years of relevant experience. He has a degree in law for Universidad Escuela Libre de Derecho of Costa Rica. He has a master's degree in tax law at the University of Valencia and an advanced degree in constitutional law for University of Castilla de la Mancha in Spain. Also, he's a member of the Costa Rican Bar Association, and in tax law, he's a specialist in the special tax litigation, judicial process, tax diagnosis, everything like that. And the last one is me, the senior manager partner, and have more than 20 years in audit, financial management, and quality control. And I'm degree for business administration. And now I have been working in my regional and global finance position in multinational companies such as ENG, HP, CT, Felix Tower, Felipe Cano. And I'm a member of the Association of Professional Economic Science of Costa Rica as well. Well, guys, for us, this is that we are TGS Global and TGS Costa Rica. And no, I'm sorry for that. They take a little longer than we thought. Just give a couple minutes of questions that you have. I don't know, we have some questions, or depends on that, we can maybe do that. Give it information I have here, okay? I don't know if you have any questions of that, guys. No? Oh, in case we have any question, please just let us know the information. All information is right here. Let me go back. And this is all the information, and you can write me directly here in my email, luisaguilar@gcfcr.com. Okay, do you have any further question or comments about that? Okay, it's just a very pleasure to give it an answer in any question that you have right now. I don't know if we have anything else. I would like to just give you, thank you very much for your attention. And it has been a pleasure to be a part of this presentation as well. Thank you, and Marina, give back to you.
Andrew, you want to speak or?
Yeah, thank you very much, Luis. That's a superb, complete presentation. And I think everybody who's watching, if you do have questions, please don't hesitate to send them on to us or to Luis directly. Also, you'll see a recording of this presentation will go up on our YouTube channel. We will open the comments there. So if you have any questions, you can drop your question directly on the video and we'll get back to you, within a few hours with those answers for that as well. Also, there will be information and sharing the slides from this presentation on the TGS Hub and also on the TGS website on Friday when the digested week goes live. So
yes, I would like, Andrew, yes, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to know around the world with GCF, and we were doing with you guys like part of the TGS, and it had been great to have the opportunity to show you how this thing is going in this side of the world as well.
Thank you very much. I know it's a very difficult exercise to give so much information in such a short time, but I think it puts the idea in people's heads and it allows us to keep the conversation about Costa Rica going. And it also allows me to keep the conversation going with Mark so that I can come and work in Costa Rica. This will happen, maybe not this year, but next year or the year after, we'll get that sorted out, at least for half a year. So everybody, thank you very, very much for your time and your patience and your participation. And again, if you have any follow-up questions, if something keeps you awake at night tonight after you've watched this, just send the question on and we'll pass it on to Luis. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good day and see you around. Thank you.
Merci. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.